What the heck is up, guys? Today we're actually going to start coding the videos.php page. I actually started making this tutorial and it actually ended up, I just started explaining it incredibly confusing. So this is my second time doing this tutorial. Hopefully it'll be better this time. Anyways, if you go to my website, thehackhub.com, we started coding the index page already and it's not finished. It's still a work in progress, but I've updated my YouTube link, so this goes to my YouTube channel, and we've already explained the forum site. That all works. But now there's a site, there's a link on there where you can go to download all my videos, all of the YouTube videos I've ever made. So what it does is it's going to be a page that displays all my videos and allows you to download them. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the structure of it. So I have the var www directory. So this is the www directory to my website. The videos.php file is what it goes to when you click on my videos downloads page. There's nothing in there right now. This is actually what we're coding in this tutorial. That is this file here. We can pretty much consider it a blank file because I just put all the basic starting stuff in there, like the HTML header, body, and the PHP tags. That's all I put in there. So there's really no code in there right now. So what this also, we need to look at the directory. What this does is it's going to access this folder, this directory called videos. Inside this folder, it has all the videos, the files of the videos that you guys are able to download. These are all my YouTube videos I've made. They're all MP4 files, and these are the videos that I'm going to have available. Oh, I got a text message. These are all the videos that I have available for download on my website. So what we're going to do is basically make a little web page that accesses this directory and puts these files out there for you guys to download them. So I'm going to actually go ahead and answer my text message. So Alright, that was an emergency text message, not really, but anyways, if we go to the PHP, this is going to be using PHP to do this. As like before, when I did my index page, it was just basically all HTML. There was no PHP involved in it. So this is really going to be the first PHP part of our site. So basically, in order to make this work, we have to access this directory called videos. So we're going to have to reference the path of this videos directory relative to this videos.php file, which is the file that we're currently coding. So let's just go ahead and start by making a variable called dir, and this is going to be set to the videos directory. So we're going to make it just a text, video, just a string of text, and we'll put slash, so video, and it's actually videos, not vidso. So that's the path to the folder that we're going to be accessing. This contains all of our video files. So we have a variable called dir, and then we go like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to also make a variable called directory directory, and you can name these whatever you want, obviously, just like any other variable. And what we're going to do is use the PHP function open, open dir, and what this is going to do is open that directory that we've listed up there. We're going to open dir. So this is opening the directory that we have up here. What this does is it basically allows PHP to see what's inside that directory and manage things inside the directory. There's a million things you can do with open.dir, but in our case, what we're going to do is use the read directory function to read the files in the directory. So to do that, we're going to use a while loop, while, and inside it, we're going to have a variable called file, and it's going to be equal to read directory, read dir, and this is another PHP function, and what we're going to do is read the directory that we opened up, so directory. It's important that you read the directory that you opened up, not just the name of the directory. It won't work. You have to open the directory using the open_dir, set that equal to a variable, then use the read directory function to read the directory that you opened. So that's the order that you have to do it. And then we'll close our other bracket thing, and then put inside our while loop, we're going to have a little if statement. So what this is going to do, this is just basically housekeeping, sort of like security type of thing. We're going to make sure, we're going to check the file name. Oh, file. We're going to check the file name. And basically, when PHP looks inside a directory, it sees all the files in there, but it also sees a directory called dot, and it sees a directory called dot dot. And basically, the dot means the current directory, and the dot dot means the parent directory. You don't want those to be listed at all. You don't want people to be able to access those. That can allow people to access files that you don't want them to get access of. And it's very bad. It can be a security issue. It's something that you don't want. And it's just kind of annoying. You don't want to list those anyways, because they're not really files that you want people to download or anything. They're just lists of other directories. So we want to make sure that the file name is not equal to, we use the exclamation point equal, so not equal to, and then we'll put a little quotation dot, so we'll put single quotes, and then a dot inside there. So we're making sure that the file name is not equal to dot, and make sure that the file name is also not equal to, so not equal to dot dot, so it can't equal dot or dot dot. And in my case, I'm going to go ahead and say, make sure that the file extension ends in .mp4. That way it's only going to display and it's only going to list files that end in .mp4. This is because all my videos are in MP4 format. So it's not going to display or list any files that aren't MP4 files. So this makes it so that people can't download files from my server or from this directory that aren't MP4 files. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it in my case. So what we're going to do is go array, and this just depends on what type of thing you're doing. I'm only downloading, allowing downloads of video files. So I'm just going to make it so you can only download MP4. We're going to use the array pop function, and then what we're going to do is put the explode function in there, explode, explode, and then inside there we're going to put a dot in quotations, and then comma, and then the file, and then we'll go ahead and end that right there, and then make sure it's equal to MP4. So this may look like a lot of crap, and it is, but what it does basically is, here, let's go like this, boom, boom. What it does is it opens up the array and looks at each individual file name. Then it uses the explode function. What this does is it actually opens up the name of this array, this files array, and it looks at the name of the file. And what it does is it searches for anything after this dot. So as you know, a file name consists of the name of the file and then the file extension. So you might have like video.mp4 or index.php something dot whatever, the name of the file and then the file extension. So we're looking at the file extension. We want to make sure that it's equal to MP4 to make sure that it's an MP4 file. So what we're going to do is explode the file name, and then after the dot, so what this does is it looks for whatever comes after the dot. We want to make sure that it's equal to MP4. So that is all within this if statement. So if it is not equal to dot, 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 and it is equal to MP4, what we're going to do inside here is make it a part of this directory name, this directory. So we're going to make a directory called dir, array, directory array. So this is creating an array, and we're going to set it equal to the file name. And this is basically going to add the file to our array. So it's only going to do that if it's an MP4 file. This from here on out, we're going to use the directory array to display and do everything. So now what we're going to do from here is we're going to go ahead and just do some housekeeping and close the directory that we opened. This is just for security. Again, you don't have to do this, but I highly recommend that you do it, and it's, you know, standard procedure that you do it. So we're going to go ahead and say, not a variable, but close, closedir. So close directory, and then the directory that we opened, which is dir. So we open the directory, and then you typically would close the directory that you open. Just like you open a door, you close the door. This makes it so that they can't access the files anymore from that directory. From here, what I'm going to do is just a simple little function to count the number of files inside that folder. So let's just say a variable called file count, FILECOUNT, and we're going to make this equal to the count function in PHP, and it's going to count the dir array. So this is the number of files that end in the .mp4 extension. Again, this is here. So it's going to count those, and it's going to see how many there are. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and echo this out. I'm going to echo out file count, and then I'm going to go ahead and append the word videos. I'm going to put a space just so there's a space between them, VIDEOS. So basically what this does is it counts the number of files in the array, and then we're going to echo that number out and add the word video. So this will basically say there are X number of videos available. And so we'll go ahead and save it. So if we refresh the page, it says 36 videos. And if you open up the file and we go ahead and go to videos, and what? Look it. There are 36 items in here, and these are all MP4 videos. So there's 36 items inside this folder, and it's saying that there are 36 videos. So you know it's working correctly when you when you can count the number of files in the directory. If you don't return a number, if it doesn't give you a number, then there's something wrong. You're not opening the directory properly or something. Don't try and continue to go further within the tutorial. Just end it right here and try and figure out what your problem is here. Because if you can't count the number of files, then you're obviously not going to be able to open up the files. So make sure that it counts the number of files first, and is able to do that. Now we're going to do the part of listing all the files, the file names, and giving them links so that you guys can click on them and download the files. So in order to do that, let's just go ahead and sort the array first. So let's sort it. What this is going to do is basically make it sort it alphabetically. So it's going to list everything alphabetically, so that all the files will be listed by their name, the file name, alphabetically, just to make it organized, somewhat organized. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and echo out. We're going to echo, and we're going to go ahead and start a table, tab, and then we'll go ahead and just give it, I'm not going to do CSS for this. I will eventually make a CSS file, but just for kicks here, so we can make it quick and show you guys what it looks like, let's just give it a border of 1, border equals 1, and then let's give it a cell padding, and let's set this equal to 5, equal to 5, and then what we'll do is close that table. We'll go like that, and then what we'll do is for each file name, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and print print, and then we'll print tr, which makes a new row, and then we'll print actually what we'll do, this is not going to do it for each file, but we're going to go tr, and then we're going to say th, this is a table header, and this is going to be called video, so this is going to be the top of the table, and then we'll close the th, we'll make another th table header, and we're going to call this size. This will display the size of the files, size. And then we'll close the the table header. And then what we'll do is close that row, tr. So now we have a table, a row that contains the table headers. Let's go ahead and go like this. Oops. So now what we're doing is making a table, a row that shows the titles of the table pretty much. So then what we'll do is close the table. So we'll go ahead and echo /table and close that. So that closes the table. So let's see what this looks like so far. Let's just to show you guys where we are. This is all HTML stuff, just so you guys know. This is 100% HTML, but we're just echoing it out in PHP. So this is all HTML. So now it says 36 videos, and then we have a table that says video and size, right? So we have video and size. From there, what we're going to do is inside this table, we're going to print all the videos and their size, or all the files and their sizes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a for loop, for, and then this is going to do it for each file. So for count, and then equals, it's going to start out equaling 0. And then what we're going to do is see if the file count is less than, or I'm sorry, yeah, greater than. If the count, okay, what we're going to do is say, if the count, which is 0, if count, C-O-U-N-T, is less than the file count, which is the number of files. We define that up here somewhere. File count, or is that? The file count is defined up there, which is the 36. So it's going to do this 36 times. And then we're going to say count C-O-U-N-T ++, which increments it in 1 every time. So it's going to increment in a number of 1. Alright, now inside the for loop, we're going to have a little function which displays a table row for each file name. And it's going to display the name of the file, and it's actually going to be in the form of an A link, so you can click on it. And then it's going to display the file size. So bear with me, guys. This is going to be a little bit, you're going to have to know PHP already to do this. I mean, you could just copy what I'm doing, but you're not going to learn anything. So you have to know, like, functions of PHP in order to do stuff like this. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to, oops, I've clicked shift too many times. No. Okay, we're going to go ahead and print. So we're going to say print, oops, sorry, print inside print inside the for loop. We're going to print, and then it's going to print out tr, which opens up a new table row, and td, which is the first column in that row, stands for table data, and then we're going to have the a link. And the A link is going to have an href, which is where the that's where the location of the file is. So it's actually going to be the complete path to the file, which is going to be dir, and then it's going to be dir array, A-R-A-Y. So that is the directory, and then the name of the file. And then, of course, since it's an array, you're going to have to put the actual count, the C-O-U-N-T. And that's going to pick the specific file of the array that it's on in the for loop. And then what we'll do, so first off, we have to escape this character here and escape that there. That just makes it so PHP doesn't process these quotes. This is just going to be part of the HTML. This little backwards slash here escapes these so that PHP does not process those double quotation marks. Then we'll close the A-link, and then inside the A-link we're going to give it, so basically what this is we have a table row and a table column, and then inside the first table column we have an A-link. The href to the A-link is the directory, and then the directory array. So the directory is videos, and then the directory array is the name of the file. And then we're going to make the name of the A-link, what you actually see, equal to the name of the file. So we'll just copy this and paste it right there. And then what we'll do is we'll close the A-link, and then we'll close the table data, and then we'll also close the no, we're actually not going to close the table row yet, because the table row is also going to contain the file size. So anyways, we'll stop it right there. And so that's going to print the A-link on the first one. So then what we're going to do is we're going to open up a new table data td. We're going to echo td. So this is going to open up a new table, a new column, and inside this column we're going to have real quick we're going to do a PHP function called file size. We're just going to make a variable called file size, and what this is going to do is it's going to be equal to the PHP function, which is file size, and what this does is it gets the size of the file itself. So this is going to be what you have to do is put dir, you have to put the complete path to the file. So we're going to put the complete path, which is dir /, and this is going to be in single quotes, so it reads it like a string, and then append on the directory, the actual name of the file, which is dir array, and then the count. So this is going to choose the specific file that it is on in the for loop while it's going through the loop. And then what we're going to do is I prefer to do it like this. I divide by 1,000,000, or whatever the hell it is, yeah, like 1,000,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I divide by 1.024. This puts the size in megabytes rather than in bytes or whatever the hell it shows it in normally. So it displays the size in megabytes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and echo that out. So echo, and then we're going to echo out the PHP function round, which basically rounds the decimal point. So round file size, and then dash or comma 1. And what this does is it rounds it to the first decimal point. So it only is going to show 1 decimal point, or else it'd show like 10 decimal points or something. You just want to see the first digit after the decimal point. Or that's how I want it. Or else it would just show it in megabytes. It wouldn't show it in it wouldn't show it in the decimal megabytes. Anyways, then what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and append a capital a space, just to put a space between it, and capital M, and boom, close that and end that. So this is going to display, so what this is basically doing is it's getting the file size of the file, and I have a little function here to convert it into megabytes, and then we're rounding the decimal point, so we're just chopping off all the useless decimal points and just showing the first decimal point, and then we're just going to append the word M onto it. Now, for some reason, it doesn't like this here. Let's just go ahead and add. There it goes. So yeah, this is going to display the file size, and then what we'll do is we'll echo out echo out. We'll close the table data, and then we'll close the table row as well. So /tr, and then what we'll do is end it right there. So let's see how this looks. So if we look at this in the browser, it shows all the videos here under the video, and then the size, actually for some reason it has the size, but then this is outside that. So let's go ahead and take a peek at the code real quick. I'll go ahead and just pause it for a second and find where the flaw is. And I found it. So this is actually supposed to close that. That's the end of the first table data. So we just had, that was supposed to be closed, not open. So now if we refresh it, boom. So we have a little table here that contains all the files. You can see here it contains all the videos, and this is the name of the file. This is the size, and there's that first decimal point. This is the main thing, and it's all in megabytes. So it displays the size in megabytes, and here's the name of the video. And if we click on it, or if we hover over it, let me just show you real quick down here. When I hover over it, this is the URL down here that you'll see pop up. So if I hover over it, it shows the full path to it, which is /videos, and then the name of the file, because it's in the videos directory, remember. So if I click on it, it actually starts the download of that file right there. So that is the file starting to download, and that is how we can display all the files in that folder and put them into a table, and you guys can click on them and download them. Now for now, we're going to end it right there. Again, this is just a function of the website. This isn't actually going to look pretty. We'll come back to this later and add some CSS and some magic to it to make it look good. But for now, this is just the bare bone function of displaying all the video files and making it so you can download them. But that's pretty much it for this one, guys. And like always, have a good one.